sweet one bliss. Someone flicks me a bad body. So, it's another one. It's another one, yeah. It's a first one, yeah. Oh, it's another one. It's another one, yeah.
Welcome to iBoxingHub. I go by the name of Biyenge, featuring your Truly Tre and our special guest, Prince Patel. What's good, bro?
I'm all good, guys. Yourself?
All good, all good, all good. Obviously, we're just ready, for this energy. It's been a tremendous weekend, of course. Sunday night heat, so I'm just ready for that vibe, for that energy. But before we obviously go live, do the introductions and everything, we just want to obviously give out the shout outs, of course. Ra has been waiting for a while. He's been saying hurry up. But just wanted to do a quick shout out, of course, to our sponsors, D-Rock. So guys, if you're not utilizing that discount code, which is iBoxingHub24 to get 40% off, then I just don't know what to say. You've got the likes of Johnny Nelson, Joseph Parker, and Jams, who's obviously utilizing 40% off. And yes, also quick shout out to Abbas as well. He attended the event yesterday. He obviously, got some nice clips, pics of the action yesterday from the big event. I don't know if you lads watched it, Magnificent Seven. And also just a quick one as well, Aisha, big up to Aisha. She obviously did an interview with someone truly special, and it's coming out tomorrow, which is Peter Fury. So guys, before we obviously do the show properly, I'm just going to play a little clip from that so that we could get down to business, of course, man. So, boom.
There's no quick solution in life unless you can get a lottery ticket and win the lottery. That's very, very minute slim. Yeah.
Exactly.
So, no quick fix. If you're on £1 a week and you've got nothing, try and save 50 pence a day.
Yeah.
You look round in a few years, you've got money that you've never had.
Yeah, exactly.
So take your time. Don't look at the other person. Best to just do your thing. Boxing, I don't care if you've had 30 losses. Doesn't mean anything. You can turn the corner and become a champion.
Yeah.
Because
obviously, big up to Aisha, and God bless Peter Fury for giving her the time as well. But look, Sunday night heat, we've got the first and only Indian world champion, the IBO champion, and big up to Prince Patel. Obviously, bro, it's good to have you, of course. So guys, make sure you're following Prince Patel. Look at all the belts he's got there. You just need a WWF title there, man. Just to, add that to the little collection, man. But how you doing, brother, man?
I'm all good, man. I'm all good. Just bulked up a few different weights now, fighting up super light / welterweight, and trying to get some more belts up there and trying to get some big fights now.
Oh yes, man. That's exciting times. That's exciting times.
So, Prince, for those who don't know you, please reintroduce yourself.
The Guru of Girth, the Messiah of Mass, the Leader of Length, the Auntie Annihilator, and the guy that will leave your uncle crying in the corner. But yeah, I'm Mr. 1 in a billion, the only person with Indian blood to win a world title.
Big up.
I'm the modern day Maharaja, the man who can go to any country, lay the smack down, pick up championship gold, fornicate with their women, and leave with a KO win.
No, big up, man. Big up, man. Honestly, we just love the energy, man. We've obviously had you on a few times, and obviously Aisha's interviewed you, but on our shows, the energy. PG,
definitely.
We're going WWE.
Yeah, when I done the interview with Aisha, I had to keep it a little bit
clean. You gotta keep it classy and clean with her, man. You know what I mean? But
respectful for obvious reasons. But
no,
yeah.
All right, let's just go straight into it, man. We've got so many things to talk about. All right, boom. Derek Chisora and Joe Joyce. What's your thoughts?
I think Joe Joyce retires the convicted woman beater, Derek Chisora. The convicted woman beater in Derek Chisora.
What makes you think that Joe Joyce will retire Derek? Because I believe Derek says he's got 2 more. Is it 2 or 3 more fights left?
He's got a
Yeah,
finish.
I just think if Joe Joyce isn't, because obviously Joe lost twice against Zhang. If Joe's like, if you look at the Joe Joyce that beat Daniel Dubois, he was like literally a juggernaut. Like, he seemed unstoppable. He's a big heavyweight. Cesaro's no small guy himself, though, obviously, but I think Joyce was just a big, strong, huge engine, million shots around sort of fighter, and he hits fairly hard as well. I just believe if Joyce was given the same sort of energy that Daniel Dubois was given, he could have had like more achievements to his belt. But Dubois, I believe, had an easier route, and I think hopefully Joyce has something left in the tank to beat Chisora. Yeah,
Boy,
a bit more fresh, I reckon.
No, I agree. I'm not gonna lie, I agree with you. I think you got to go with the. I think who someone said it best yesterday. I can't remember who said it. It's down to the person whoever has the
more left in the tank. Yeah, literally.
The words out my mouth, brother.
But to be honest, Derek Chisora seems to be enjoying life. You know, putting his hands on Deliveroo drivers and stuff like that. Well, not his hands and head on Deliveroo drivers. Yeah, it's literally down to who has more left in the tank, and I think Joe Joyce should be just a little bit too much for him. But to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if Chisora just licked him with a big overhand right hand or a big left hook and just took out Joyce. Literally a 50-50 fight, and I think the person who loses needs to think long and hard about what they do next, if that makes sense.
For their career.
Do you know what? I do think it's a 50-50 fight. It can go either way, but
definitely. Because
I can't see both of them fighting on the back foot. I can't. I think they're gonna both, trade in the middle. I feel that if Derek was to lose, he wants to fight in Zimbabwe, I believe, and he also wants to fight in Saudi. So I think he's got 2 more fights after that. Then he's calling it a day. Joe Joyce, if he wins, I mean, where does he go? Would Parker entertain him? I mean, would Dubois even give him a shot if Dubois was to be AJ?
Which is possible.
You reckon? I don't know, man. I think AJ takes him out.
He should. He should do it.
Look at the amount of right hands that Horgovic landed on Dubois before Dubois started to up the pressure and stuff like that. You can't against AJ. I believe AJ is one of the most hardest hitting guys on the planet. So I think, like, if you're going in with someone like AJ and you're gonna get hit with so many shots, you're not gonna be like staying awake for quite long, if that makes sense. Like Horgovic, though, he firmed literally every shot Horgovic was hitting him with, but the right hands were landing clean each time, and you saw the damage that he done against Ngannou. He decapitated him, and that's a guy that was firming every shot that Fury was hitting him with.
Yeah.
Granted, currently Deontay Wilder's chin ain't looking great, but he was firming all, like, majority of Wilder's shots, and just bullied Wilder really into stopping him.
100%. I agree with everything that you're saying, man. I just think that AJ on paper should win that fight, but you just never know with boxing, man. Like, it's always a 50-50.
I thought AJ was going to beat Ruiz the first time. He didn't. Like, literally heavyweight boxing, anyone who lands a big shot, over. Like,
thingy. I was watching an interview on IFL. Eddie Hearn had apparently AJ wasn't even supposed to fight that night. Obviously I know Miller, it got cancelled, but something that actually happened behind the scene. I don't know what happened. Eddie didn't want to say, but hence why the ring walk.
I heard he got stopped in sparring.
I don't know how true that is, but it just makes sense.
I don't know if that's true myself, but I'm just going off what I've read online and stuff. I think he got stopped in sparring. I think these rumors I heard, so obviously it's all speculation. He got stopped in sparring, and I think his dad stuck it on Eddie after, like, you knew you shouldn't have boxed and all this sort of stuff. And to be honest, man, AJ's made tons of money in boxing, so he's definitely happy, and he's probably making even more money when he fights in Wembley. Household name, superstar in boxing, superstar outside of boxing, even though he hasn't really done anything outside of boxing, but he could easily get into movies if he wanted to. Except for life. Easily get into movies.
Easily, man. Like yourself, bro. Don't discredit yourself, bro. You could also do the same, man. But yeah, I just want to kind of just get everyone involved in the chat. Everyone's kind of been going crazy, so I'm gonna read through some of the comments, and thank you so much for everyone. AJ looked bare out of sorts against Ruiz in the first fight. I said it. Yeah, he didn't look right when he was going to the ring. We definitely agree. And AJ's gonna kick up Triple G within Triple D within 3 rounds. Obviously neutral. Big up to neutral. He's obviously saying, what weight division you're gonna be fighting next? So what weight division?
The last fight that I done in Ghana, literally last month, was I weighed in 143, I think it was.
Oh,
so that's technically welterweight. I'm gonna put a bit more size on for this one, so I'm gonna come in about 147. I might do it for like a regional sort of African title, and just to win a belt, and then I was gonna donate it to a school out there that I sponsor. And after that, towards the end of the year, I'm coming for a ranking in that division, and trying to push on for big fights, man.
No, you know what? Big up to you. Honestly, I think what we don't hear about enough is like what yourself, Tony Banj, are doing for Platinum Promotions. I believe you're obviously promoting your events, going to Africa. You're giving the African community in Ghana like these events. And when's the last time people are going to Ghana and producing these events, man? So big up to yourself. We need to see more people obviously doing that. So enough credit to what you're doing, of course.
Yeah, well, I'm hopefully trying to. I think 2025. I want to try and get an India v Pakistan against Amir Khan. I think if I get myself a world ranking at 147, I believe it's possible. I bring something to the table. I prove my worth at the division. Obviously, this is pending I win my next 2 matches, but that's something I wanna look for, man. And I think it's a fight that I can win as well. I think it's a fight that could, especially if there's a good build up, could push my name up there properly where it should be.
Yeah, no.
And that fight would be in the UK, I'm assuming. Yeah.
Oh, you should. What place are you looking to do it at? So I think Kazi is going to also say it.
Yeah, no, I'm saying that's big. Like, if you had Prince Patel and Amir Khan, that's big alone. Do you know what I mean? That's something that hasn't been done here before. I don't think. No,
it's never been. I'm thinking world champion from both countries. Well, originate from them countries. Both of us have won world titles. I think it's a good matchup. I think it's I think he's towards the end of his career. He's already retired, but he's talked about fighting KSI. I think his ban's over from taking Austrian. Same thing that Ryan Garcia took. And
I just knew. You know what? Knowing you, I just knew you was gonna do that. Bro. I just knew it. I just knew it, man. But no, obviously, big up, man. Big up, regardless. If you could produce that, then that would be truly great. So we're just gonna have to see, what happens, man. Essentially, but yeah, lads. Obviously, I just wanted to just briefly touch up on it yesterday. I don't know if you obviously got to watch it yesterday. Magnificent Seven. I don't know if you saw some of the cards. Of course, Chantel Cameron. Big up to Il Chapel. She obviously made her return, and she obviously got her win. And what a tremendous victory from Pauls as well. Obviously, that was Jake Pauls yesterday. But yeah, the fight yesterday, from Paul, big up to him. I just love the energy, man. Like, just give me your breakdown of what you saw yesterday.
I only saw the highlights of Shabazz's fight where he won on points. He dropped the guy though. I saw the highlights of Andrew Kane winning the British and Commonwealth against Ashley Lane. Good finish. I only saw the 5th round at the ending. Good shots were landing. Good finish. The build-up was quite interesting when he grabbed him by the throat. What else did I see? I saw the Brad Pauls fight. Not the whole thing, but just like the knockdowns. I say fair play to Brad Pauls as well. He come from the small hall circuit. He was the same. I think we're the same age, both born in '93. I remember him from the amateurs. He's always a sensible puncher as well in the amateurs, and it's good to see people that I grew up with winning titles and basically winning, doing stuff and winning stuff. And he done well because obviously I think it was a draw. He lost against Nathan Heaney the first time. Was it a draw?
It was a draw, I believe. It was a draw.
Draw, yeah. Yeah, so
Yeah.
he drew with him the first time in a fight that was very competitive.
Yeah.
Frank promised him the rematch, and he delivered. He got him out of there the second time. And I think he's the first person from his county to win a British title. Yeah, first ever, literally what Jam said, first ever Cornish British champion as well. That's a great achievement. Great achievement, that.
Great achievement, man. And Daquez as well looked like Troy Deeney without a messed up face. We need Daquez versus Adelaide next. Obviously, they had their little back and forth as well. And yeah, just confirming it was a draw. Brad was obviously the first one, but he wasn't going to get denied for this one. And I'm just happy he's the British champion. And like, you know, you could just tell that his emotions, especially in that night, he's just so happy that, imagine, that's just British champion level. What's going to happen when he becomes European, you know, potentially world as well? He could be like a threat to those other guys in the midweight division. So let's see what
definitely. It's a difficult weight. It's a difficult weight, but I'm sure if he keeps training hard, and he does train hard, because a friend of mine, Robert Sagba, he was training in the same gym as him. He was telling me that him and a guy called Linus Odofi, they both train like exceptionally hard, and so the world's your oyster. If you train hard, anything can happen, man.
I mean, what was your thoughts on Jake Paul's performance? Is he ready for Mike Tyson?
You see, the wording, is he ready for Mike Tyson? It's like, is he ready for Mike Tyson, a prime Mike Tyson, or a 60-year-old? That's what I'm saying. Like, but I know people are saying Mike's really old and that, but when you saw Mike fight against Roy Jones, he didn't look that bad, to be fair. Like, he still looked like he could move. There was some explosiveness, good head movement. But I think a lot of people, they look at Jake Paul and they think, oh, he's just some Disney Channel guy who's a YouTuber and he's not that good. I actually think he's semi-decent. I think he's all right. I don't think he's that bad. I think he beats a lot of pros fairly as well. I just think that there's certain things, because he hasn't been boxing for too long, that he makes mistakes in. But I like him. I think he's doing well for boxing. He's bringing more eyes to the sport, which is what we should all want. And he's entertaining. Like, he knows how to build up a fight. Against Mike, does he beat him? Recently, when they're showing clips of Mike Tyson on the pads and stuff, it's like 2 seconds, then it's like crop, then another 2 seconds, crop. That tells me Mike might not be able to sustain an explosive attack for at least like a good 10 seconds or something, which then tells me maybe age has caught him up now. I'd like Mike to win, but I can't see Jake going into a match like that and losing, especially if Mike's not really going to plan on making a comeback to fight again after. It kind of looks like, I think Mike, the storytellers will say Mike should get beat.
Yeah, no, it's true. And big up to Jams here. He's obviously making a good point. Like, he does great for the sport, and he's massively elevated Amanda Serrano's career too.
Absolutely,
he's pushed her over to a whole different scale, man. And I think you're right. I think when you kind of think about Mike Tyson, yes, he's 60. But we know he still carries power, because Roy Jones obviously said it best himself. When they fought at the last fight, he was like, yo, Mike Tyson still carries power. So I definitely think he's going to bring the power. But the question is, like you said,
can he take the power?
Ooh, can he take the power? That's a question as well. Would he be able to sustain that?
The older you get, your punch resistance goes. We saw that with Evander Holyfield when he fought. Was it Victor Ortiz or something? I think he fought.
Oh yeah, was it the Triller event?
The Triller event. He got chiefed up and around, like really badly in a round as well. You know what? On that event, what was supposed to happen, because David Hay fought Joe Fournier. I was told that pending Evander won and pending David won, which they both thought would happen, they were going to do some sort of exhibition.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that went out the window in the moment he got chiefed up in a round again.
That was just, that was absolutely mad. The problem is that Jake Paul mainly fights MMA fighters. MMA fighters are jack of all trades. Boxers only focus on boxing, which is true. And
but he's fighting named MMA fighters. So if you're like, if someone goes and fights Michael Bisping or Brock Lesnar or someone like that, people are gonna watch it because they're superstars.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just like if David Beckham turned into boxing now, they're gonna watch it. Superstar, like,
Bro, we're
the
gonna watch
whole
it.
world's gonna watch that.
We're gonna the whole world will watch it, and it'll be entertaining, man. And
But
that's why I was
then
actually saying to someone the other day, in fact, that Jake Paul, he's an MMA killer. You know how Randy Orton was the legend
the
killer,
legend killer, he's the MMA killer.
the MMA killer, man, in boxing right
No,
now.
I respect that. Like, to be honest, he could build his career. He could go fight guys that nobody's ever heard of. He won't make as much money as he's making now, and it'll be harder to sell the fight. He wants to fight in big sort of venues. He wants to fight in packed crowds on TV. You can't blame him for fighting guys that he. There's a guy, I think Mike Perry professionally was 0-1 as a pro. Realistically, he's 9-1, Jake Paul. If you're fighting someone who's 0-1, really, come on, man. On TV, that's not a sexy record to be fighting, is it?
It's not, man. It's not, man.
But he's still selling venues, and he's getting people to talk about it. Like, we're talking about it now.
That's the problem.
Prince, if you had the opportunity,
sorry,
Dave. If you had the opportunity to fight the likes of KSI or Jake Paul at catchweight, would you fight them? Absolutely.
In fact, Tony, who you talked about earlier, he was talking to Mammoth Taylor about a potential Misfits fight. There's potential in there. There's even tag team of Misfits now, so me and Tony can beat up some guys.
Oh man, you guys will take the mick, man, when it comes down to that.
Yeah,
man.
that tag. I'm not really feeling that tag team.
Yeah, how does it work? How does it work? What you just
as soon as you tag, the partner has to go in, so you can keep tagging if you're tired. Like, but
that's what I said. It's a bit of a cheat. You guys would just kill it because you're boxers, so you kind of know.
I would like to think that. But the problem is sometimes if you get someone who's not that schooled and he's quite random and he's throwing weird shots, it's like you have to think about how to defend it, and you're not used to that because you don't spar guys who throw like a weird jumping in uppercut out of nowhere. Yeah, you have to be a bit careful. So even though it sounds easy, it could be harder than it sounds, if that makes sense.
No, you know what? I definitely agree with you, man. That's, it would be interesting, though. I can't even lie to you. It would be interesting to kind of just see different dynamics. And plus, as much as people could say, oh, influencer, crossover boxing is not really good, it brings eyes to the sport, man. So,
brings eyes, and you're making money doing it. Like,
you're making
look at the show that was on TNT yesterday. I can only mention what the Shabazz match, the British title with Andrew Kane and Ashley Lane. From off my head, remembering it now that I'm looking at the poster, I can see the heavyweight was there. I can see that Brad Paul. But I can only really remember like 3 or 4 of the matches. I can't remember like the other ones. And on most see Jake Paul, for example, he's fighting 0-1 guys, and everyone's talking about it. But you can't even remember the whole card that was fighting yesterday on a TNT event.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Look, sold out last night.
Echo Usman, I just see on BoxRec now. Echo Usman for Owen Cooper, I think it was.
He
used to be British Commonwealth, WBO European, I think, or IBF European champion. Echo. I didn't even remember that fight was yesterday.
Yeah, bro. It was literally yesterday, and obviously big up to Lucy as well, all the way from the States. She's obviously saying, I think Jake Paul should fight Babbage. I think it'll be a good fight.
Babbage just got cheaped up against Johnny.
That's what I'm saying.
Cheaped up against Johnny Fisher. I said in the gym though, I was at the gym, and a board inspector called Dan Frost come to the gym. My coach Sam was there, and they were like, "Oh, Babbage is a hard fight for him," and I was like, "I don't know actually," because Mark Tibbs has obviously trained Dillian White when he was training him, and he was sparring Babbage then. So he ain't gonna want Johnny Fisher to get beat. So he's obviously seen Babbage spar on a regular basis, and he must have just looked at it and thought he's definitely gonna beat him. And then obviously just ran at him and just cheaped him up, didn't it?
But it was 34 seconds in round 1.
It was so quick, man. It was
literally
crazy.
Like that's bad. Like,
it was crazy. I couldn't believe how fast.
So bad.
It was mad, man.
Do you think that Fisher's ready to compete? With
I wasn't expecting to be that quick.
Really?
Which guys are you talking?
Do you think he's ready to compete with the likes of Fisher? Do you think he's ready to compete with Fraser Clark or Fabio Audley?
So the British sort of level.
Yeah.
To be honest, like I'm probably in my mind no, but looking at the way he's performed recently, you can't say no. I think he won the Southern Area title. He just decapitated Alan Babic, who fought for a WBC Bridgerweight title.
Yeah.
I don't know if that weight counts, but he still fought for it.
Yeah.
So he's a world title challenger. In 34 seconds, no one's done that to him. And on paper, you'd say 100% he's ready for that. But the fact that he hasn't had like a big amateur, but neither did Fabio Wardi. Fabio didn't have a big amateur career either.
Yep.
But he's British champion, took Fraser to a draw. On paper, where else is he going to go now, though? Like, as in Johnny Fisher. He has to keep stepping up the opposition. You would say after that, the winner of that could potentially fight him. Maybe the one who was supposed to fight, I can't remember, is it Adewale? He could fight someone like him, maybe. But obviously, that's a rival promoter. Maybe even Solomon he could fight potentially because he's the English champion, ain't he?
That's what I'm saying. We just need to get these fights, man. Honestly, man, because like with Johnny Fisher, I kind of feel that he's at that place now where you got to challenge him. He needs to be tested a little bit
more. But also, Eddie ain't gonna want him to get beat because he's shifting bare ticket. So it's gonna have to be calculated matchups like the Babic one.
So you know what? Put in your promoter's hat on. So you're Platinum Promotions. You had Johnny Fisher. Who are you putting him in next with?
Personally, because look, you're gonna have to bring someone who has a sensible record. Ideally, you want them to be known to the public. But I don't think with Johnny Fisher he has to fight someone that's known. I think he could fight someone who just has a good record. So I would bring in an overseas opponent, and he's on the he's on the catch roll against Progress card. So he's not.
Wow, man, big up to Lucy.
They're probably going to import. Nah, not Frank Chan says. No way. They're going to import Fisher against White. How much has White got left though?
Oh, I think he's got a lot left.
I think he's still got it. I mean, I know he's like inactive, but I think White still got it. Do you know what? I would like to see this may sound silly, but I would like to see Fisher fight Okoli. So Okoli's Bridgerweight, but Okoli eventually was to heavyweight, innit? That would be a decent scrap.
Okay.
What? So as his first fight over to heavyweight fight?
Yeah.
Nah.
That like little introduction.
It sounds like a good match, yeah, but I can't see Eddie Hearn and Mark Tibbs taking the fight though because Coley punches ridiculously hard. He's quite athletic. He can move. He's long. Fisher's just gonna run forward. I could see him getting decapitated with a right hand or something. So that's your bread and butter right there. That's like 5,000 tickets down the drain, isn't it?
No, you're right. You're right. How about Adelaide then, man? He's obviously Jams is
Adelaide. I mentioned that earlier, but he's with Frank Warren. He's with Frank Warren. I don't know. I'm thinking maybe it's gonna have to fight someone and it's going to have to be an overseas opponent that no one knows of but has a good record. But it's a heavyweight division, so people probably will know them. I don't know, man. To be honest, I want to see how much Dillian White's got left. Because if he ain't got much left, you could potentially have Fisher against him.
I think I've said this before. I said if Joyce beats Chisora, make Joyce and Dylan.
Cash Ali's a decent name, not name, but decent thingy.
Cash Ali is a good one.
Gorman, I don't think Gorman's doing anything now.
Honey, big up to Hakan Johansson as well. He's obviously saying Honey in Australia. That could be a fight as well. And Raz obviously saying he asked Honey about Fisher. Can't see them stepping backwards. So it is fair. Joyce versus White would be awesome. I want to see that.
I'd like to see White against Bacoli. White and Bacoli is a good fight.
That would be. But I think
if he beats Anderson, he deserves something big, man. Anderson's no fraud,
bro. He deserves it, man. He deserves it. Honestly, he deserves it. Like if he beats Anderson, he deserves like a big fight. He
deserves something.
Trust me.
If he beats Anderson, give him Parker.
But if you're Parker, are you gonna want to fight him? If he beats Anderson.
That would be mad.
No, I'm saying that because obviously, like, look, because the belts at the moment are tied up. So you know he
Yeah,
needs
they're
a credible
tied up.
opponent. I mean, look, you can either give him Parker or you can give him Zhang.
Zhang's a decent
Zhang would
name
be
from the
good.
fight.
Yeah, Zhang would obviously be good.
I'm quite
you-
looking forward to Andy Ruiz against Miller, like two big plus size guys
Yeah.
You know what?
going at it. Like,
It's good that you said it, man. And we
yeah,
obviously not had you on the show, man. When it got announced, man. What do you think? Obviously about this LA card. You know, you got Eminem.
serious card, man.
Coleman as
Serious
well.
card. Like, definitely it's a serious card, man.
Yeah. Who you got?
Andy Cruz is on the card as well.
Andy
He's
Cruz.
really good.
Yeah.
Really good.
Who you got winning? Who you got winning
what-
for the main event?
What the
Big
the
one.
Crawford against? You know what? Some people are saying, would you call it an upset if the other guy wins? But I don't even see him winning. I see Crawford winning. But if he does win, it's not an upset.
Nope. I wouldn't say it was an
Is
upset.
that what he 12-0 with 10 KOs?
I think he's 10
and
or
up.
7 KOs. Guys, get involved in the chat. If you've got the record in front of you, just throw it out there. But I know he's got 10 wins. I believe he's got 7 knockouts as well. But he's had over 300 amateur fights, man. So yeah, he's been active more in the amateurs, of course. I see a war. Madrimov on points. Mr. Neutral's going for Madrimov. But I think the whole card is looking good, man. I can't even lie. And Crawford, you can see he's been doing his part promoting as well. I don't know if you saw WWE, you saw a few clips of him doing a right hand on someone and giving Cody Rhodes the belt. And, you know, I like what he's doing in terms of the promo.
Respect that. I see him also training with Andre Ward. Andre Ward's obviously very knowledgeable.
Legend.
He's doing the right stuff.
Yeah, he's going to do a comeback, isn't it? I believe.
If he comes back, if Andre Ward comes back, right, he has to fight Carl Froch again.
Ooh, what if he comes back to fight Canelo?
I doubt it, man. I mean, come on, Canelo's been too active, man. Like, he's not going to jump straight at Canelo.
Hey,
if anything, get him and Froch, run it back.
Well, Carl Froch, I don't think he would want to fight Ward, man.
No, but Carl's calling for like big fights though. Like when I say big fights, he's calling for fights for people with names. Like he's mentioning Jake Paul quite a lot.
But he's never mentioned Andre Ward because that's the only guy that's beating him. That yeah, I love the Cobra. Don't even get me wrong. I watch Froch fighting and I like his energy. I like what he brings, man. But I don't think Ward. I don't think he would want to, you know, fight Ward, man. Because there's certain styles that obviously Lucy's saying hell no, stay retired. But Froch and Canelo, look, he's right. This is what I'm saying, man. I don't think they would want to fight Ward. Both of them.
Canelo's not actually that active. He's not that active at the moment, Canelo.
He's not.
So what you're saying, basically you're saying if all comes out now, calls out Canelo will be like, nah, not interested, even if the money's right.
What? So you think what you're saying? Would I say Canelo saying he's not interested?
Yeah.
Yeah. If he's offered a fight.
What, against Andre Ward?
Yeah.
If he's coming back to fight, let's say.
If he comes back to fight, I think Canelo takes it. Canelo's legacy's already cemented of what he's achieved. Like he's achieved amazing stuff. Like turned pro at 15.
Yep.
Look at the picture there. Look at the gold in the picture there, bro. Like
I know.
Undisputed.
He's showing it's just as good as someone that we know as well. Man. He's got a good collection there, but nothing like this. This is a proper connection right here, man. But no,
his collection's serious, bro, man. He's an amazing fighter, once in a lifetime sort of. He's a generational like sort of talent, and I don't think Andre Ward would take that fight though, man. Like he's been way too inactive.
Yeah. But he trains.
That's what I'm saying.
He still looks good.
It makes sense if he fought what's his name?
The Cobra first.
Yeah.
If he beats Cole and dominates Cole, then he might consider. I can't see Andre Ward's smart because he Olympic gold, world champion, unbeaten.
Yeah.
Why would you want to risk getting that O popped in it, man? You don't want that to happen, do you?
He left the sport at the right time, to be fair, man. And the way he's done things properly, like that's one of my favorite fighters as well, man. I think You know, he's one of the modern day greats for what he's done, man. He's not fought in 7 years like this. Yeah, that's
That's
Yeah,
too
it's a
long,
long
man.
time.
he's gonna need that some
time.
sort of warm up if he's gonna come back and face like a Canelo. But even
How do you guys think? Who do you think would have won? Andre Ward or Joe Kozaki?
Ward.
Ward easy. What about you? What about you, Chris? What do you reckon?
Ward.
Ward easy, yeah.
Yeah, not easy, but like I just think that Ward,
You were quick to say Ward, though. You were very quick to say Ward.
Yeah. The reason why I'm so quick with it is because Ward always kind of finds a way to adapt first
and
to
adapt and
just get the job done, man. I just think he's too
I
clever.
I think Joe done the same thing though. Like he could adapt and do the same thing. He was 46-0.
But Prince, let me ask you
yeah.
quickly though. Do you think he avoided Carl Froch? Because remember, Carl Froch was mandatory.
I used to say that all the time, yeah, that Carl Froch would beat Joe Kozaki. But the older I've got and the more I've watched like Joe Kozaki and stuff, like it hurts me to say because I weren't really a fan of him when I was younger. He's really good, man. Like,
excellent.
So like, I don't know, man. I like Cole as well. Like, he's one of the few guys when I've spoken to him in person. He's been really nice. I would like Cole to win. I used to always say it in the amateurs, like whenever in the gyms and that, everyone will go, "Who wins out of Joe and him?" And I used to be like, "Nah, Cole easy, man. Cole easy." But now I'm starting to think maybe Joe would have beat him, man.
Ooh, look, even Jams is saying all-time great, but he ain't beating SOG. And look, even Lucy's saying that Ward wins in an ugly fashion as well. Because that's the thing about Ward. Not only that's something that he does well. He can win ugly. He can win.
Yeah. He just gets the win. Would Ward have beat Hopkins?
Oh, you're doing this now to us, man.
We're talking about Prime Hopkins.
Prime. You talk about Prime.
What is considered Prime Hopkins though? Because he was a world champion till he was like 50.
So I would say when he was undisputed.
So you're talking like 2004, 2005, that sort of time.
Yeah. When he was undisputed, that point.
Okay. How do you see that doing against?
I think Ward would have found a way to win. I can't.
Would have found a way to against Hopkins, yeah.
Yeah, he would have found a way to win, man. Would have found a way to win. But look, that would be an ugly fight. True.
I think a Prime Hopkins beats Ward, but Kozaki beat Hopkins. I thought Hopkins won the fight though, just to clarify that. But he still beat him on paper. And I don't know, man. I think Joe might even beat Ward myself now. I'm starting to think.
What, Joe Kozaki?
I guarantee you, if any English guy or any British guys are watching, especially Welsh guys, would be agreeing with me.
No, of course. Look, with obviously Mr. Neutral, he's saying that no one beats Kozaki. He's agreeing with you as well. So, look, but you can kind of argue that Kozaki kind of came into the sport a bit late because some of these fighters, like the Roy Jones, the Hopkins at the time,
Roy Jones and Hopkins.
I know, but they all kind of Roy Jones at the time. Come on, he was a bit shot at the time. Like
no one can say Hopkins was shot though because of what you went on to achieve after.
It's true. No, you're right. You are right, man.
But I still do think Hopkins beat him
for that fight, isn't it? Yeah,
I think so. But every time I used to go to the gym and say that to people, they'll go, "No, Joe well won the fight." But it depends who I was around would say that, if that made sense.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, definitely. I agree.
So, Prince, at the moment, you're campaigning, you're saying you want to go up to 147, right?
Yeah, 147, yeah.
Is there anyone in that division that, you would like to challenge?
Truthfully, the two names that I could think of on the top of my head that I've really been thinking about quite a bit is because I just want big fights. So ideally against household names. So Amir Khan's the first one. Granted, he's retired and he's not currently active, but that's the main one I want. And the other one is against someone who currently can't fight in the UK. I don't think he can fight at the moment. Got an ongoing case because of an egg contamination or something.
Oh, yes. Conor Ben. I
was thinking of there's talks of a potential misfit match against his brother Harley. Obviously, he carries the same DNA, the same genetics as Nigel does. So he has Nigel's genetics, so does Connor. So I could beat up one brother and potentially fight the other brother. But to be honest, look, these are all difficult matches because naturally I shouldn't really be this weight. I'm just lifting weights, eating a lot of food, bulking. I'm not looking as trim as I usually do, but it's about skills. That's what I think it's all about, skills in boxing. And if I can beat Harley, hopefully I can get a Connor fight, or I could hopefully get the what's it called again? The Khan fight. That's the one I want the most of, the Khan one.
Look, Jams even wants that as well. He's saying Patel versus Ben, so you can end the hype train. He ain't his daddy, which is true. Which is look, it is fair.
Look, the thing is I'm not gonna say Connor's crap because I've seen a lot of fighters that have really good fathers that are really crap. Connor's actually really good, I think. I don't think Harley's that good. I don't think Campbell Hatton's that good, but I think Connor's actually quite good, very explosive. But I don't know, like when I'm looking at these videos of him boxing, sometimes I don't know if it's a clean Conor Ben or if it's an enhanced Conor Ben. If that makes sense.
That's the question.
A clean Conor Ben was a guy that was getting knocked down against Cedric Pienaar with a half and half record.
You remember
that fight? That was great. Yeah, bro. I thought he lost that fight. I thought he lost.
That's what I was thinking as well. Like that was I don't what made him at that moment decide, yeah, F it, man, we're just gonna scrap, man, because he didn't have to do that. He didn't have to.
I thought he lost against Cedric Pienaar in the first fight. After that fight, he probably had to sit down. He probably went to church on Sunday, start praying to God, and then he got some newfound power. And the words of Hulk Hogan, he was taking his vitamins and his minerals, and he leveled up, man. He leveled up. That's all I can really say. He leveled up.
Yeah, no. Obviously, Raz asking you, what about you versus Hatton? So I'm guessing Campbell Hatton.
Well, I could fight Campbell Hatton. I could fight Dick Hatton, who's known as Richard Hatton. I don't mind fighting the ugly brother known as Matthew Hatton as well. So I'd like to and pardon?
Is he still fighting or is he just a trainer?
No, he's just training. But to be honest, it's anyone can get it, man. And if Ricky can beat me, I'll give him an 8-ball or some of the stuff that he likes to. Yeah.
Absolute legend. Obviously, Raz also asking as well, man. Adam Hammond, of course. Man.
Adam Hammond.
Yeah.
What, me against Adam Hammond? Oh, come on, man. That's not. I would like to think that I could beat Adam Hammond, to be honest. I would like to think so.
Aisha's also asking you as well. Why would you want to fight a retired boxer? What would the win mean when Amir is not even in his prime anymore?
Truthfully, the reason I want to fight Khan is a straight India v Pakistan. He's supposed to be Pakistan's most accomplished fighter. I believe I'm India's most accomplished fighter. I don't believe it's I think I read a bit of a comment there that said it's delusional. I don't think it's delusional. As I said earlier in the chat, if I end up picking up a world ranking at 147, proving my worth in the division, even if I pick up multiple world rankings, I proved my worth within the division. And instead of him trying to fight a YouTuber who's unproven, who lost to Tommy Fury, fight me. He's supposed to be the captain of the Pakistan Army and honorary award, but he's scared to fight an Indian.
No, you know what? This is where I could obviously agree with you, because if there's talks about KSI, why not fight yourself, man? Because that would be big. What venue would you do it? Like, just putting your promoter's hat on. What venue?
I think it all depends on how. Like, because truthfully, it'd probably be Khan's promotional team that would promote the fight. As long as it's given proper promotion with press conferences and stuff where we can do some proper backwards and forwards, I think it'll be a big fight.
I think it
and as Jam said, it'll be exciting while it lasts. Because truthfully, who knows, man? I had one fight at welterweight, and I thought the guy I fought punched ridiculously hard. Like, I'd never been punched like that before. Like, sparring all in a match before. Like, the power difference from smaller to bigger is a huge difference. So who knows, man? Khan could just lick me with a shot, and I might just be jumping on the floor. But I might lick him with a shot, and he might jump on the floor. Do you know what I'm saying? So anything's possible, really. No, but you see him saying Dubai there. I don't know, man. I think it would sell more tickets in the UK.
I think so as well.
It's like you see with when Khan fought Kell Brook, that fight happened in the UK because they wanted a packed audience. They want like the ticket sales. They want people to be there. In Dubai, you might not get as many thingy. And as the person said, Khan is chinny, but he can bang himself.
Yep.
I don't even know what my chin's like at this weight, man. When I got hit last time, I was thinking, raw, why am I was like, actually contemplating, why am I still boxing? What am I doing? Like,
obviously, so Thunder Road, big up to him. He's obviously a loyal person that tunes into the shows. He's obviously
I agree. That's what I was talking about before with the audience thing. KSI, Jake Paul, they're bringing massive audiences, and you can't fault them for having matches against guys like Mike Perry, who's 0-1, if they're still bringing in massive audiences. Obviously, a fight against me ain't as big as KSI, but it could be built into something bigger, I think, potentially.
But I think potentially it could be big, bro. The reason why I think potentially it could be big is in the UK, you're looking at the sort of the Indian community, the Pakistani community is big, man. I'm just thinking, like, if you did it in a venue like, I'm just trying to think, like the O2, for example, like that's.
I reckon you could do it at the venue in Brixton, the Oval, because that's where all where the way they host cricket now.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
To be honest, any venue, I think it will sell decent tickets, and I think it's a match that people will be interested in. A lot of people don't particularly like me, so they'd like to see me get beat, and I don't think many people like him as well. So it's it's just like whoever wins wins.
Why do you say that people don't like you? What's your reasons?
When I first went pro, I said like a lot of stuff. I upset a lot of people within the game. I disrespected ex-world champions. And for me, mud sticks. But for someone like Derek Chisora, the convicted woman beater, or someone like Martin Bacoli, who tweets odd stuff, they can get away with it. But for me, like, I think it's just like, I'm just like blackballed, blacklisted.
Jams is saying just jealousy, my brother, man. Just jealousy.
Maybe. But talking about blackballed or blacklisted, I think I remember in 2017 when Amir Khan was tweeting AJ because AJ blacked his wife.
Oh man, What was that about, man? Like, what was
I don't know, man. Like, obviously his wife got stretched, got blacked by AJ, and
But do you think that was true? Do you think that was true?
I heard off a good source that Amir was on Skype knocking one out to it.
Listen.
Like, he got cucked on another level. Like, but you know what? Like, I'm a giving man. I'm a caring man, and if his girl wants to get browned by big sexy Guthquake, she can get browned as well.
I don't know how true that was. I think it was just rumors. I don't know.
Yeah, it was just like. Ooh.
But what guy's gonna tweet that? Like, let's think hypothetically, if your girl cheats on you, you're gonna go on Twitter and go.
No, you're not gonna tweet that kind of
Some
stuff.
guy just beat my girl. Who's gonna say that?
Didn't he Twitter get hacked, or was it actually him?
No, he said it was him, but he said he was upset because he saw some messages. I think personally, what it was AJ was quite hot at the time. When I say hot, I don't mean sexually. I mean like media-wise, and he basically just tried jumping on AJ's nuts. Like, he thought, you know what? Let me try get him involved in some Twitter like spiel. His actual following went up by I think 200,000. Khan did because of that one tweet. And he just thought, let me try ride on AJ's coattails, which technically business media wise, it's smart. You try to think it kind of worked, but you can't expect people like myself not to mention that your girl got blacked. Like, it's not a bad thing to get blacked, obviously. I'm just saying there's nothing wrong with that, but if your wife's doing that, it's a bit.
Just a quick one.
Yeah.
If Triple D was to beat AJ, I'm talking about knock him out.
Yeah, beat AJ.
Would he be the new AJ?
No way. Look, he's very clapped, bro. That's not possible.
I think no one can do that, man. No one can.
And he can't talk very well. Do you remember? Oh, do you remember when they done the when he was like, "Don't disrespect me, Daniel"? He goes, "No, man, I'm not scared of you."
No, you know what? To be honest, that was awkward, yeah. But I think the most awkward one was the Joe Joyce and the Derek Chisora one. I was just thinking, come on, man! Like these guys, like the back and forth. I was obviously saying, you know, behind the air, of course, to my cousin that maybe Joyce just needs to work on these punchlines, man, because like,
Nah, Joyce has got that dry Frank, not even Frank, because Frank Bruno could at least put sentences together. Joyce is like, Joyce and the bar are like, you know, them nerds in school that were just big and tough, but they couldn't really string a sentence together. But they could fight like they were bare tough.
solid.
Yeah, like, but with the bar, like, I don't know, when he said like, no, you can't scare me.
No, but
That's one of the funniest.
Recently, the bar's recently been giving it back though, man. Like I think with Jerome Miller saying something to do with like I'm your daddy and all that stuff, man. I did like a bit of character. Man.
Yeah, but that's like you know wrestling when it was like the cartoon era when it was just like Vince just grabbed any big guy who couldn't even. That's like the Great Khali. You can't even speak English, and he's just using him because he's big, like.
No, it's absolutely mad.
They need to do some more of that stuff.
What's your thoughts on the VADA testing?
The VADA testing, it's good in it. Obviously, where hopefully guys like Ryan Garcia, Amir Khan, can't test for off screen.
Triple D. So they apparently, also I don't know how true it is. I don't know.
Oh yeah, he did. Apparently he was enrolled into it. But the AJ's team never got the information. That's what a tweet I saw from Queensbury. I think it was something like that. Right. If you're going to get cut by anyone, you obviously imagine thinking about that. Like when you're going to sleep at night, like it's not not a good look. Like
it's horrible, man. Absolutely horrible.
Could be worse, man. It could have been Daniel DeBar, innit? Like.
No, that's why I always just love the energy, man. Honestly,
Miller and Andy Ruiz. How do you see that one going?
That's gonna be.
I think pre the testing, where he tested positive against AJ. I think that Jarrell Miller beats Andy Ruiz, but I think Andy Ruiz just about will be a bit too like when they're in close. I think his work will be better. Does that make sense? And I see them getting up close and personal. 2+ size guys, neither going to want to move around much.
What about?
They both got to be over 300 pounds, right?
Oh, easily, man. They were quite big, man. And did you see that clip of I think Andy Ruiz getting a burger or something or a hot dog? Like, imagine Jerome Miller got a video of Andy Ruiz getting a hot dog, and he's like, "Oh no, man, Miller, you gotta love him in terms.
He likes to eat well, obviously, and he wants some hot dogs and some burgers. And, like, I can't even lie, man. I've been eating a lot of that sort of rubbish at the moment, trying to bulk up to welterweight. So I can't even say anything. Like,
what about Boatsi and Hutchinson? How do you see that one going?
I think Boatsi beats him, but I think Hutchinson's done well to get to the position he's got to. But I can't see Hutchinson getting much further, if that makes sense. But if he does go and beat Boatsi, then the world's his oyster, right? Like that's a great win, that. But Boatsi, I think, is more proven, beating better guys. I know you could say that his fight against Craig was better than his one, but I think that's more stylistically was a bit wrong for Boatsi. But I think Boatsi beats him. It's a good match, though.
Boatsi and Yard. How do you see that one going?
I don't even know what's going on with Yard's career at the moment. Like, I think it's sort of gone a bit stagnant. I don't really know what's going on there. The thing is, he was looked after really nice by Warren.
Yeah, that's
like he was looked. Yeah. I don't understand why they would push away and try to do something else, but he was looked after really well with Warren, and just I don't know, like just didn't want. Weren't he supposed to be the one that was supposed to fight Craig in the in Saudi instead of?
Yeah. I think it was Yard was supposed to fight. In the Day of Reckoning event when LS Zorro fought Bivol.
Yeah.
Bivol, okay, yeah.
Yard was supposed to be that fighter that was going to be involved in that, man. But
what, LS Zorro fought Bibble, I thought he fought Jai Oropatea.
No, you're right, man. I'm talking about Lyndon Arthur.
Oh, it's supposed to be not Lyndon. It's supposed to be
Yard. Yes, Yard
again.
at the time. Yeah,
Okay.
man. But
That would
obviously,
have been his third world title shot.
yeah, but it was too.
That must have been big. That must have been big money as well, though. When you think about that, though, Bivol in Saudi.
Last minute. Didn't want the lastminute.com.
Yeah, but that's big money, man. Big.
That's the thing. I think with opportunities, man, I think when they're given to you, you got to kind of just take it, man. I think,
but
man.
This is something I will say, and obviously some people might disagree with me, but like, you see Daniel Dubois when he like went down on a knee against Joe Joyce and he yielded, saying in his eye or something, and then when he done the same thing against Usyk, when he ran out of ideas and he just yielded.
Yeah.
I think a lot of guys, only in like Daniel Dubois and stuff can do that because of the position they're in. He knows he'll get a comeback fight. He'll get paid big money for the comeback fight, and then they'll want him to fight a big fight again to get big money again. Whereas a lot of fighters, they're in a position where it's a fight to the death because they're thinking, I ain't getting another opportunity.
It's true. No, you're 100%
Yard's
right.
looking at it like, no, I don't need no last minute thing. I'm Anthony Yard. I'm getting another opportunity, 1,000,000%. Do you get what I mean? So you're more. But if he didn't get if he wasn't looked after the way he was looked after, and he wasn't getting no opportunities, and he's sitting at home on the shelf doing nothing, then when he does have a fight like that, he's thinking to himself, "No, it's a do or die situation, because I don't want to be back at home with my cock in my hand doing nothing."
No, definitely.
Like Amir Khan when he was on Skype watching AJ and his girl and his wife gets worse.
What other fight? I'm trying to think.
I'm done.
No, that undercard, the Riyadh, the AJ undercard that's taking place in September. It's actually a brilliant undercard. That you've got thingy. What's his name? The European super middleweight champion. I've forgotten his name now. Fighting.
The screen.
Right. Tyler Denny against Hamza Surad. Yeah, that's a good fight.
Yeah.
You got Kakachi against Josh Warrington. I don't understand why Josh Warrington's got a world title fight in the weight above after he just lost in the weight below.
How does it work? Like, how does these things work, man? Honestly, how does these things work?
I thought I knew, but clearly not. Like,
it's crazy, man. I think it's just obviously
it's the level that they're fighting at the stage.
I guess so, yeah, man. But still, man, they
want to be involved in it. They like the stage. They know there's big money involved. They want to do it.
It makes no sense. Look, even
when he keeps losing, literally, I completely agree with that. Even though, look, to be honest, Josh Warrington's a good fighter as well. He's not crap. But if you're not winning, you don't deserve world title fights. Like, so what you said before about Andre Ward, like, he'll have a close fight, but he'll still win. So you move forward. So if you're playing football and you have a close game and you win 2-1, you go forward. The losing team don't.
Losing team doesn't. Yeah, no, exactly, man. I 100% agree. Look, last four. Look at that, man. It's not really good, man. Look, the Warrington's on the decline, and I've said it before. Germs is Warrington's styles all wrong for Kakashi. I think Kakashi's gonna do a madness. You saw what he did.
I think he catches him as he comes in or something. Apparently, Carl Froch said something like Kakachi's like the hardest puncher he's ever sparred.
Wow.
And I know that Carl Frampton sparred like a lot of big punchers, like Richard Comey, who's a lot bigger than them guys as well. Yeah. Richard Comey can punch ridiculously hard.
Oh yeah.
Frampton as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's obviously really good then.
Yeah. No, definitely, man.
So on the December the 21st, the rematch. Usyk.
Fury and Usyk.
Fury. So what's your prediction? I know it's a bit early, but
truthfully, from what I watched on Fury's last two fights and the fight before where he beat Wilder, he did beat Wilder in the fight before the Ngannou one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think he's declined, man. I think he's declined a lot. I think his movement, his balance is not as good. I don't think his movement's as good. I think he's easier hit. I think his timing's gone a little bit. I think it's just, I think, as James just said, I think Usyk wins again.
Yeah, Usyk.
And then I think Usyk against AJ could make a big fight after.
What are you one of them ones that wants to see the number 3, man? I don't want to see it, man.
No, I don't want to see the number 3, but I'm saying
it's like,
money wise,
it's 2-0,
okay.
bro.
All right, let's say hypothetically it's 2. I agree with that, and 2 comfortable wins. But let's say on a hypothetical basis, if Daniel Dubois knocks out AJ, yeah, which he's not gonna do, no one wants to see Daniel Dubois against Usyk 2. No one wants to see that.
That's true, man. It's true. Look,
but then AJ against Usyk, you're gonna get the casuals because they love AJ. You're gonna get Khan's wife's gonna be watching that. they're all gonna be watching that.
But I would prefer, me personally, I'd prefer to see AJ and Fury.
AJ and
but I think that fight happens regardless if he loses.
Fury's not even ranked with the IBF. So if AJ wins the IBF, what are they gonna do? Have a fight for no belt? Like,
well, no, because like think of it this way: if Fury
loses again, he ain't gonna get a ranking, surely, right?
Yeah. I know that, but AJ has said like, regardless, win or lose, he wants to fight Fury. The fan.
So then you're gonna win the IBF belt for the 3rd time. And then you're going to vacate the IBF belt just to fight Fury.
I mean, look, but then again, having said that, you never know if Fury, it's a big if he beats Usyk, then hey, that's another undisputed.
If he has a close fight with Usyk, it could warrant him going up in the IBF ranking. Therefore, could warrant a potential AJ against Fury match. Both guys who lost 2 times to Usyk, and they could both fight potentially for not for the vacant, for AJ's IBF, pending AJ beats the bar, obviously.
What you saying about this, bro, man? Basically, look, if Fury, do you think he can pull out? A lot of people are saying, is he gonna even make it to December?
Yeah, but how much money do you think he's getting to fight Usyk in the rematch?
Maybe not a lot. I think my understanding, the first fight he got 100 mil. So I think the second fight probably getting less, but still getting money.
What, 50 mil?
50? Got 100 mil.
Yes, I heard that as well.
Boy.
So what would the rematch be? Would you reckon 50? Probably. It would be 100 mil to fight. So 100 mil again. It would be 100 mil fight.
Wow.
I mean, because everyone's gonna tune in. Like, it's gonna be even bigger. The rematch, depending on.
So he could. So if he's making what, like, that's like 9 figures or something. He's making 100 mil.
Yeah, he's
7, 8. Yes, 9 figures. That's crazy money.
Crazy money, man.
But I'd happily take a beating for 2 million, and they're talking about 100 million.
But remember, his pride is on the line here as well, man. He's a very proud man. Even in that loss, for example, and big up to Fury, man. I love the Gypsy King, but Usyk, I'm a big fan. I just didn't like, what he was saying post.
Because of his country's war, political stuff.
And all of that. Nah, man, you lost the fight.
I think he was concussed.
I think it was concussed because he did say Happy New Year at the end as well, man. So
he could have been concussed, but to be honest, if the fight was somewhat close, which it wasn't, I didn't think it was close. And he started coming out with that, you're thinking, this feels a good rematch. Yeah. But I think he went home, watched the fight, and thought, I don't think it was close.
No, but he said he watched it and he was winning the fight. He said it himself, he was winning the fight.
Yeah, he said he's winning. He said he won the fight. That's what he said.
Well, then he doesn't have to change anything for the rematch, then, does he?
Nah, he's got
if he fights like that again, he's going to lose again.
When Usyk came
100 mil up, he don't care.
Yeah, Usyk's entrance was serious. He looked serious.
Fury
is coming out to party. But again, look, the rematch, we will have to wait and see rematch. I think he's going to put on size. I think he's probably going in at 19 stone.
Yeah, but then his balance is going to be even worse, and he couldn't do anything with his balance. Like, I think that's the reason why Usyk was able to outbox him. It's purely because his balance weren't really there, his coordination weren't there. If he comes in heavier, he's going to be slower. He's going to be less fit if he comes in heavier, because the more weight you carry, the more tired you get. But then obviously there were a couple times where he was landing on Usyk, where I thought that somewhat stiffened him a little. Do you know what I mean? So maybe he comes in heavier, thinks maybe one bang might help him, But I don't think Fury hit as hard as like some of the other guys, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I agree. I definitely agree. I think as well, when you kind of think about that fight, it was very the plan that Usyk kind of, because what he does, Usyk, is he'll go at one pace for the first set of the quarter of the fight, and then he'll kind of just calm it down a bit. Then he'll have that second win, which he obviously pulled out in the 8th, and then that magical 9th round as well. That would, in that situation, you're obviously a pro boxer. Isn't that like in that situation? Is that the stoppage? Would you have stopped it in that situation? Or
the way you got to look at it is how many times have you seen like a fighter wobbling around, all that sort of stuff, and the ref looks like they're unable to continue? I'm just going to jump in and stop it. I've seen that bare times. Yeah. Bare times. This guy's bouncing off the ropes like he's trying to do like, you know, in wrestling when they go to the thingy, that side, clothesline's going to come, but nothing was coming back. Like, yeah, he was just like a dead corpse, just like bouncing around. But done well to stay standing, though.
Oh,
done very well. But I think if it was the other way around, the ref would have stopped it.
Straight away.
It's the same thing when he fought Wilder, and Wilder licked him with the big right hand, and Fury's on the floor like dead, and then does the Undertaker at like 8 seconds, gets to his feet like after 10, but the ref lets it go on. Then lets him walk to the side, walk to that side, come forward, go backwards, doing a full physical examination on the guy. Yeah, and then he's somewhat recovering at this point. I know you're thinking like, well, it's only really like 20 seconds, but like 20 seconds, you can recover a lot in 20 seconds, you know?
Ooh, some say 11 seconds. What do you think? Was that 10 seconds he was on the ground?
Bro, I would have stopped the fight. The fight should have been stopped.
Oh, as soon as he touched the ground, you would have just said...
When he was down, out, dead, like not moving, looking like he's in a coma, like, come on, bro, like, what were you expecting to do? That when the referee counts guys like that, and they're out cold, and everyone's like, why are you even counting? The dude's out cold, and that literally does the Undertaker. Unless that was scripted, I don't know, man. Like, he just come up like the Undertaker.
I don't think you could script that. I think that was just God's grace, man. He just got up, like, boy, like, yeah. Because if he didn't get up, then we wouldn't have seen the trilogy. We wouldn't have seen number 2. We wouldn't have seen number 3 as well, man. So, nah, big up, man. I think that fight definitely took a lot out of Fury, though, man. Definitely.
Both of them.
3, yeah.
I think Wilder is, literally what Chris said. That I think Wilder as well. He's not been the same since. Not been the same at all since.
My concern with Wilder is that you know, he got rid of his coach, and you know, he had, what's his name? What's the guy's name? The old guy. I've forgotten his name. Malik Scott. Yeah. It's like, dude, you've boxed him and beaten him, man. It's just like,
knocked him out. It's like you, Prince, you fought on someone and you knocked them out clean, and then
you bring them as your coach. I think he knocked him out in a round as well or something, didn't he? He knocked him out early as well.
Yeah, I was just like,
and brings him into the team. I think personally, if I was Wilder, I would try and get down to Bridgerweight.
Do you know what?
Chris was saying the same thing.
Do you know, the thing
he's not far from the weight as well. Like, I think he's round the weight anyway.
But there's no money there. I know Wilder. You know, he wants AJ. Unfortunately, can't get him. But I think what Wilder should do now, I think him and Dylan White should fight. Then the winner gets AJ. I think they should run it because he hasn't said that he's retired. He hasn't publicly said that he's retired.
No.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
but you got to think to yourself, like, how many more fights can he? If he goes in against White and then gets decapitated again, then it's like, what do you do? Like,
that's it.
Where you're done. But if he goes to Bridgerweight, might have a good chance of potentially beating a Coley.
But
maybe potentially beating a Coley. He picks up a world title again. He can always say he's a 2-weight world champion. Stock slightly rise up again.
Yeah.
Then, because if he wants to fight at heavyweight, he has to put some size on, man. His legs are smaller than mine, and I'm way smaller than him.
And I think he needs a different corner man as well, man. Like, no discrediting Malik. He knows his stuff, he studies the game, etc. But I think he needs someone that can fully like give him a slap in the face, like, yo, like, you got to do these things right, man. You're not doing well in these moments, man. You got.
Bro, the guy needs to start squatting. He needs to work on his legs, bro. Like, literally, Look, I'm deadly serious. If you're in a contact sport and you ain't doing no proper resist, so I remember seeing him bench like 100 kilos for a heavyweight, and he was like struggling and got like one rep or something. Like for a heavyweight bench at 100 kilos, that's not good, man.
Yeah, man.
That's not good.
Mad. I think Thunder Road is asking you. You had the offer for.
No, that's not true. That's not true.
Bit of a rumor. Not all the time. Everything online that you see is true, of course. And Wilder could make Cruiser. To be honest with you, I think that would be too much of a. There's bear killers in Cruiser, man. I don't think he would want to go down.
He did say that he would want to fight Ngannou in UFC.
What to get fucked up badly? Like, what's he gonna do there? What's he gonna do there? Imagine shooting into Wilder's legs, because minus Wilder's like a big haymaker, all swings. Yeah, what's he really got?
Yeah, it'll be.
I think in a boxing match, yeah, Ngannou has the tools to beat Wilder.
Yeah,
in a boxing match.
Heavyweight, yeah.
Big, strong guy, Ngannou. If he can keep it tight and confirm the bangs of Wilder's where's he go from there?
Yeah. You know what I was kind of thinking about, actually? Do you think with Wilder's situation right now, do you think it's more of a mental aspect, man? He's lacking a bit of confidence, man.
I think he looks smaller now than he did when he before the Fury fights. He looks like his legs have lost size. Could be as he's getting old. He's pushing 40 now, isn't he?
Yeah, he's pushing 40. Yeah, he's pushing. Like, if we're gonna round up to the nearest 10,
he could be losing muscle mass as he's getting older, losing strength, and his legs look shockingly. It looks like his legs have got AIDS.
Yeah, look, I think he might be able to make Cruiser. I don't think it's worth it to him though, which is true.
Nah, it's not.
And Wilder versus Jay Patel would be fun. Not for Wilder. He's 41 now, I believe.
41.
Oh,
damn.
Wow. Yeah, man. It's
Chinese power.
Chinese power.
Never entertain him.
Yeah, Zhang chiefed him up. Chiefed him up.
Wait,
yeah,
but didn't AJ beat him in the Olympics?
No, talk about Wilder.
Oh no, I'm talking about Wilder. I'm talking about Wilder.
No,
Zhang
I'm talking about Zhang. He made a statement. He said that AJ, he doesn't want to fight him. AJ.
The match in the Olympics, a lot of people did think Zhang won.
Yeah.
A lot of people did think Zhang won. Look, no one really wants to fight a heavyweight southpaw because if you walk onto one punch can change anything, and fighting southpaw orthodox, someone's bound to land something big. If you walk onto like a left hand and like AJ's on the floor, decapitated, leg shaking.
You saw what happened to Joe Joyce, man. I know Joe Joyce in terms of his head movement and stuff like that, man, but that is an example of if he catches you clean.
Yeah, because he met a guy. Joe Joyce literally met a guy that was as big as him, as strong as him. I think weighed a bit more than him as well.
Yep.
And just he wasn't letting him. He wouldn't allow himself to get bullied, and just bully Joe Joyce. Then basically just banged him. It's like the tough kid from one school meets the hard kid from the next school.
Yeah.
And got chiefed up basically.
Oh man, that was horrible, and it done it twice as well.
Yeah.
No, crazy, man.
Yeah, man.
I think Joe Joyce though wasn't looked after in his career though. If you think about it, he should have.
I think they're trying to rush him because obviously he's nearly 40, innit? And like obviously he needs at the time he needed a world title shot. But fighting Zhang, yeah, it was a bit mad. Like you shouldn't.
He was never gonna get a world title shot anytime soon though, because if you think about it, the undisputed thing was gonna happen.
Yes.
So all you could do really, I think he already had the interim title. So what he could have potentially done is try and get a different opponent to defend the interim against. Could have defended it against Joseph Parker again. He beat Joseph Parker quite easy.
Funny. Look at that now. It's mad. He beat Parker. Zhang beat Joe.
Yeah,
and
Parker
then
beat
Parker
Zhang.
beat.
Yeah, that's mad.
Styles makes fights.
Fights, man. Yeah, those styles.
He was big. He was big enough and athletic enough to close down Joseph Parker and hurt him and stuff. But against Zhang, he couldn't bully him.
Yeah.
That's why any big heavy. That's why Chisora could potentially knock him out as well. Like I said earlier, Chisora is a big dude. If he backs him up, lands a big ass shot, shows some African power.
Yeah.
Anything's possible there, man.
Yeah, man. He's gonna be bringing that war, man. So next week, if you're betting, man. So for next week's fight, what you saying, man? What are the specifics? You going for?
Has anyone seen Derek Chisora's head though since the headbutt? Has he got any blemishes?
Oh no, he's good. He's good, man.
He's good.
He's good, man.
He's good.
But I saw a picture of Derek Chisora sparring Johnny Fisher, man, and he looked like a corpse. Like he looked in a bad way.
Damn.
Age is catching up, man. Age is catching up.
Man. Age is catching up, man. If Joyce's chin is shot, Chisora beats him, which is fair.
If Joyce's chin shot, then Chisora definitely beats him. But who knows, man? Joyce could just lick Chisora with a shot, and it could. I'll give that fight a miss.
Or what? David Avanesian, yeah. Okay.
The reason why I'll give it a miss, yeah, is not a big enough name. It's not a household name. He's not known, and I'm not stupid. That's a hard fight.
Yeah, no, it's true.
Like, that's a very hard fight.
He's a former world champion, though.
He won WBA or something, didn't he?
The
Shane Mosley or something, wasn't it?
Yeah. He did do his thing, man. Yeah, but
you're not getting no one in the UK is really going to talk about that fight unless it's the hardcore public, not hardcore like boxing people.
Yeah.
Like if I was to fight Conor Benn, the general public would fight Amir Khan. Everyone talks about that because I've got the lines that I could drop against him.
Yeah.
I've got the bars.
Yeah. You know what? Now that we're talking about it a lot more, man, I think an Amir Khan fight, man, I think just India, Pakistan, I think the whole promotion for that would be massive, man. And I'm just hoping that we could get that done.
Hopefully.
And fingers crossed for you, brother, man. No, I love the energy, man. We could talk for hours, man.
Yeah.
Hours, man. But obviously, Prince, man, you're always welcome to join us, obviously, on the round.
Thank you.
A blessed one, of course. But cuz before we obviously wrap up, is there anything you want to kind of wrap up with?
No, I just want to thank both of you guys for having me back on there. It was quite easy to make. Literally just messaged you guys. You showed me love, put me back on the show, and man, I appreciate being back on it. I'm always a regular listener to the channel as well. Always listening to the stuff that you got.
Sunday night heat. We bring that WWE vibe, man, to what we do, man. So
man, keep up the good work, guys, and keep the good energy, guys. Keep good energy. Love, man. Thanks for having me, though. Yeah.
No, God bless you, my brother. Love, man. Love.
All right, love. Peace, guys. Take care.
Love. Yes, because we've obviously had a tremendous show with Prince. Obviously, big up to Prince. Love the energy he brings, and I'm hoping, we could get that, that Amir Khan fight. I think that would be big, man. But yeah, because obviously, just a quick one for the people. Tomorrow, just make sure you're tuned in to the new episode that's obviously coming out, Green Diamond Boxing, episode 21, featuring Peter Fury. And guys, if you haven't seen it, check out the Hard Talk. Obviously, Mr. Neutral had an interview with both Jalil Hackett and his dad Bernard as well. And just everyone in the channel, they're doing a tremendous job. Just loving the energy, and cuz obviously big up to D-Rock, what we're doing with them. Make sure you're taking advantage of the discount code, which is 40% off. All you need to do is just type in iBoxingHub 24, and you can obviously take advantage of the gear that we have. But cuz I'm gonna hand it over to yourself to wrap us up. But big up to you, man.
Thank you again for tuning in. Thank you for your support. Keep following us. If you're new to the channel, please follow. We shall see you on Wednesday. Have a lovely, productive week. Peace and love.
Peace and love, man, and blessings to the people.
It's another bang. All the Muslim cars now, whichever get up. I start my card with a sweet one, please. Someone flick